Good morning, everyone. This is another edition of Tuesday Morning Shenanigans, and we are inside Maui Comics and Collectibles. We got a relatively full table today. I am Aaron of the Rave Corner. Joining me, I have Swan, the War Chief, hashtag Encounters of the Nerdkind.
Yay!
And then we have from Instagram, Jaren's Movie Reviews, we have Jaren.
Yeah.
Now, gentlemen, it is right around the time of the New Year's. It is coming around. So, naturally, we have to talk about anticipated movies of 2017, or at least something that we wouldn't mind watching had we been bored. So,
Okay.
let's start with Jaren. Any title you wanted to see?
Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, you're actually excited about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a big, huge cult follower or anything. Like, I mean, I gotta watch the first one again to actually pick up a few things. But I don't know, the fact that Ridley Scott, the director of Prisoners, are working together, as well as Ryan Gosling as your lead character, and bringing back Harrison Ford. I thought the way that the production looks, it's amazing. Kind of like what Force Awakens did to like the original Star Wars. Like a lot of it's practical, like special effects and all that kind of thing. And they went through a lot of hardships in the first one, so I can only imagine how well or worse that they went through struggles to make such a great sci-fi gritty movie.
What kind of hardships did they go through?
Conditions, rewrites on script. So if you ever bought the Blu-ray, there's like 3 to 4 different versions of Blade Runner.
Ooh.
And the writers, the director, the actors, they were like just everything was a production nightmare. And you really respect it after you watch like the final cut of the movie. Like, wow, that's some serious work.
So you were satisfied with the final cut compared to how things would have been.
Yeah, because
Okay.
if you really watch it, you're like, wow, these people were never gonna get their stuff together, and like, just something that a lot of people, well, some people have talked about through the years that actually like Blade Runner. Like, you're like, wow, this, I get props for this movie because especially when they go through such hardships and like disagreements here, and it turns out actually pretty good. You're like, okay, that's a lot of respect for that one. Didn't think it would get a sequel, so
what's the plot of the second Blade Runner?
So far they haven't released a full plot, but the teaser trailer, which is a really tease, Ryan Gosling has kind of taken like the same position that Harrison Ford was in. Like, he's looking for replicas, I have to say, and you see him walk into like an abandoned building, and he's looking for Harrison Ford, and Harrison Ford gets the drop on him and has a gun pointing at Ryan Gosling.
Ooh.
And that's like the end of the trailer. And I'm like, whoa, so is Harrison Ford a villain? Are they going to be allies? It leaves so much questions open. Could be anything, but opens October.
Nice.
Yeah.
Swan, anything that you wanted to see, or at least say, you know what, I'll check it out.
Just because this trailer was so dark, I want to see Cars.
Cars?
The new Cars. I don't know, there's something about Lightning McQueen just rolling on the tracks that it's like, if he dies, I want to be there to watch it.
They have that trailer playing last before Moana.
Yeah,
you
know
it's
what?
So dark.
I love that though, because it's like you're about to watch a nice happy movie. Dun dun dun. Everything will never be the same again. Another film, just because the kids in my house couldn't stop talking about it, it actually looks pretty funny, is Alec Baldwin's Boss Baby.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys have heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much about a baby who runs Baby Corp that are trying to stop kids from being underappreciated compared to a puppy. It's where puppies are replacing children as the love child of the symbol of love in family homes.
That actually sounds kind of dark.
Yeah, it sounds very like brutal for this baby who could talk and do all this other things. Just go into homes, infiltrate a puppy pound, and decide to like, what am I gonna do with them? If they decide killing dogs is the thing, I mean,
So
wow.
They should have just done a Stewie movie.
Yeah, well, this is if Stewie didn't have the football head, and he actually sounded like an older man.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, there's some interesting animated movies coming out.
My mind is still trying to wrap around the whole concept. I mean, the whole thing about pets and then trying to. Oh my gosh!
It's pretty much
It's
just
like
supposed to say. It's like supposed to say, puppies are cuter than children.
Or I would rather take care of a puppy where I know I have to feed it and clean up after it, yet it is still better than you.
I take it as like they're just comparing a dog. They're saying children's are puppies now.
Oh.
I gotta feed you, clean you, put you to sleep, and then here I am with the dog. Oh, it's so cute.
Oh man, because this whole thing about introducing animals into like families or using it for a plot device.
It's very cliche though. You think about it.
Yeah,
there's always been those the animal fights with the youngest kid for the parents' attention or whatever. It's a very cliche thing, but they're doing something sort of different with it. Like this, it's parent. The first basis is there's a family of 3,
right.
A kid and his 2 parents, and then they bring home this baby. And he's like, don't you guys think it's weird? He wears a suit. He carries a briefcase. Isn't that freaky? And they're like, well, you carried Lamb Chop around for this many years. And then they're like, he's like, but this isn't about that. And so he has to help him get these group of babies that have no intelligence to infiltrate dogs and take over them. Now, as you're trying to wrap yourself around this, even Jaren's putting his head down at it. I had kids at the house just watching this thing nonstop, and I'm just like, I give in. I will watch this just because I like to see pedal cars exploding.
Yeah. But do you think it'll actually happen? I mean, let's look at the very last Toy Story. They teased us and you think that these toys are doomed, but they were saved at the last minute. Do you think at this point in time Disney will ever just completely wipe?
Well, this isn't Disney. Well, actually, this is an offshoot of Disney. This is DreamWorks, but yeah. Yes. They own DreamWorks now, but I think they would. I think they'll show the baby just taking the dog with the little pillow, and just like, arf, arf, arf.
Oh no!
I'm just kidding. But another anticipated movie I'm waiting for is Moose Jaws by Kevin Smith. I know that sounds like just totally unenticing for you, but the picture is very cool because it's on the ocean and there's like a moose's antler sticking out of the water like a Jaws shark thing. So it makes me think Brian Johnson from Comic Book Men has something to do with this. I don't know. I'm looking for it just because it's Jay and Silent Bob in it.
Oh God!
Just like what is it called? Yoga Hosers.
Yoga
Hosers.
By the way, that was a great movie. I liked it.
It's good for people who like that kind of genre.
Well, it's not meant for us who've grown up with Kevin Smith's other movies. Like, for example, my first movie was Mallrats, and that's not a kid's movie. In fact, half of what he has is in children's movie. This isn't made for adults. This is made for like the kids that are teenagers going on to adulthood that are more to what they're trying to say is how kids are on social media 24/7, on their phones 24/7, and they're into weird things. They wear these things. They hate jobs that they just have to have for money. Like, that's what it all was towards. It was towards, like, say, people from, I would like to say, safe as 10 to 18. That's the range they're hitting. Okay. And I say he does that, and he brought an original, I like to say, monsters to the field. I'd never heard of a Bratzy.
Yeah, it's a play on words, basically.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me, oh my gosh. So, take it at face value. The one that actually caught my attention and think, you know what, this might not be so bad, at least I hope it won't, it would be the live adaptation of Beauty and the Beast. Starting Emma Watson. Which I like saying her name because I always think back to Coming to America. Come on, everybody, Randy Watson. So
at
Emma
the barbershop?
No, it was at the church thing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Randy Watson and Sexual Chocolate. Randy Watson, come on, everybody, But so Emma Watson is easier for me to remember.
Should we all get our soul glow before we go in?
Probably, grab a Jerry curl wig and then put on that soul glow juice.
I will say though, when they did the most recent Cinderella movie, I was not a big fan of it. But I'm a big fan of.
Which one are we referring to? The one with Moesha?
No, what? No, not that one.
Okay.
And not the one.
Like Lily James.
Yeah,
Lily James. Yeah.
That one. I actually liked Brandy's version of it, but the one I really liked was Ever After.
Okay.
With Drew Barrymore.
Oh yeah,
that was a great one.
I haven't seen that in ages, man.
Yeah, but it's good though. When you watch it, it's a good middle ground between that more modern take and the classic look.
That one was definitely a bit more gritty.
Yeah.
But my favorite moment out of that movie was the stepsister who wasn't so mean.
Right.
But she says, "You know me, Mom. I'm only here for the food."
Wow.
Yeah,
Beauty and the Beast seems pretty promising. I feel like you're gonna get a little more, a lot of things happening versus like what Cinderella had, because Cinderella was really just playing it, play-by-play from the cartoon.
That's true.
And then this one, I feel like they could go anywhere with it.
They can.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a very simple story in that you just have a really just rude, obnoxious prince who gets cursed by a witch to be his inner self, which is a beast, and the only way for him to break the curse is to be a nice guy.
No, they should have ended Cinderella with
You
the Red Wedding.
This was actually a really interesting movie when I went through the comment section on YouTube, and a lot of people were like, "We already got it. It was called Beastly." I was just,
No!
Woo!
God, that movie was boring.
Okay, you know what? When I first watched it, I was like, "Oh, this movie's so cool." And then I watched it again. I was like, "Wow, does this suck?" I have a crappy opinion. But yeah, like everyone kept just comparing this to Beastly, and I'm just like,
No, we're not talking about Beastly.
I haven't seen Beastly.
You don't have to.
Okay. But just answer me this.
it's like
is it-
Deadpool from X-Men Origins as a teenager.
Okay. Say no more.
Except this one can talk.
And he's trying to make Vanessa Hudgens fall in love with him so he can get his beautiful face back.
So he was already narcissistic. To
He was a
Yeah.
prick.
And Neil Patrick Harris is the best part of that movie.
And he was blind.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But the whole point was like he was learning from a blind teacher and a lady who left Jamaica, and she's trying to get her kids to come to America, and it just is like so all over the place. I was like, are you trying to learn morals for your friends or trying to learn morals for the girl? I'm not understanding where this movie's supposed to go in direction. But you know, towards the end, of course, you guess what happens. But it was supposedly supposed to be the next generation's or the millennials' way of seeing Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
And I'm looking at Jaren's head shake over here faster than when they
not.
killed. His head is shaking more than when they killed Glenn.
Oh.
Stop it!
All right, Jaren, what else you got?
Life.
Life?
I was actually going to say that too.
Yes.
That's an
Now,
interesting movie.
I gotta ask, is
Is it based off the board game?
or
You should know.
or are we talking about Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy's life? 'Cause
No.
I like that movie.
No.
Aw.
I'm talking about the Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds sci-fi thriller. It actually looks like, how do I say, I'm going to have to borrow my friend's phrase. It's what I wanted to see Prometheus go to lead to Alien. And
Right, because this is supposed to be another prequel, right? Or is it prequel?
No,
There is another
Life-
Alien prequel.
Yeah,
that-
yeah.
okay.
But then Life has nothing to do with Alien, but it's kind of what I wanted Prometheus originally to be. You know, like, because then, like, you know, they discover a life form on Mars. They don't know anything about it. And then
It just
crap
takes
goes
over
down.
things.
Yeah.
Well-
And I'm just, like, crossing my fingers that Ryan Reynolds does not bite it because
So you're really waiting for this movie then? Wow. This is
Yeah.
really one you want to see.
I really want to see, yeah.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds is on a roll. It's like the second time we ever dropped his name in two different movies.
And they also have Rebecca
Don't forget Family
Ferguson.
Right, that's true.
Rebecca Ferguson from Mission Impossible 5. She's pretty cute.
Huh. The other one that I wouldn't mind watching, it would be the second Kingsman.
Yeah.
You know, that's another one on
They
my
got
list.
Julianne Moore as the main villain.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson didn't survive that?
No. It's a completely different terrorist. But the funny thing is, Colin Firth is coming back, but as a different character.
Oh, so they're gonna make him that kind of guy.
Yeah, that
Okay.
kind of guy.
I've seen what is it? I don't know if you've ever seen the Hatchet trilogy, but they have like this one particular Asian guy that like the same actor, but he plays like the different character throughout the entire trilogy. But
Oh.
he has like he has like the best deaths ever.
Okay.
And it's so bad because like they take a stab at him. It's like, hey, this dead body looks exactly like you. Why? Because I'm Asian, and it really is his character from like the last movie
Yeah.
who's dead. And I'm like, oh my god.
So basically, he's like the Evan Peters of that movie. You know, Evan
Yes.
Peters from American Horror Story. He
Yeah.
always reprises his role in every series, and then he dies.
Yeah, American Horror Story does that a lot. It's like you're watching a play.
Oh, that show
Yeah.
sucks.
Kind of awesome.
I just hate how it's a different thing every time. I'm in a freak show, now I'm in an asylum. I'm in a convent, I'm at a hotel. I'm like,
And then there's a recent one that I watched and I actually liked.
is it really watchable?
Well,
Most
for
of
me
those
it was.
I like it.
It was the Roanoke story.
Oh,
I really
I've
want to
seen a
watch
lot of good
Roanoke
things.
because everybody's been talking about that one as the definitive, really good one. It's
Yes.
just that people who watch American Horror Story because like they're not horror fans.
Right.
They didn't like it because they were like, "Oh my god, it's too violent." I was like, "You're watching American Horror Story."
Yeah.
It's supposed to be violent.
It's
supposed to be gritty. It's supposed to be dark.
But see, I have a lot of coworkers who watch it and they're not horror fans.
No,
you know
I'm
what would
surprised
be
none of
funny?
you guys have brought this up yet. Is
What?
no one excited for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
We are. We thought you were going to bring it up.
Yeah, we were.
I guess I'd
I
have to be,
was going to
yeah.
pass the torch on to
I
you.
guess I'd have to
I
be
was
the
gonna
superhero
parse
guy, huh? But I would have to say the movie I'm not looking forward to is Spider-Man Homecoming.
Save
Really?
that for the random
Oh.
question.
Oh,
But
no.
you can bring up a
We-
second
yeah,
title.
yeah.
We have a...
Spoiler alert.
Okay.
Get point out the shirt. That would be the random question.
Can we just like zoom in on Jaren's shirt every time that happens?
Yes, if there was a fourth camera guy. So,
We can get a guy. I know a guy who knows a guy.
you know a guy who knows a guy,
Yes.
and he happens to be.
Also, another thing I'm looking forward to would have to be the second Spawn movie.
Ooh.
Supposedly, it's supposed to release next year. That's
so
the rumor.
it would be a sequel.
No, it will be a completely retcon. They would have nothing to do with the first one, but it has the same actor, Michael Jai White.
Oh shucks! I thought you would have said John Leguizamo.
No, they didn't bring him back. They only brought back Michael J. White because it was him or Terry Crews.
Jay White.
I would like to see Terry Crews.
Doing a robot in a Spawn uniform.
No, just in the Spawn uniform, just going, making my way downtown, walking past.
He was like the best thing about Gamer. No.
Yeah, he was, actually, and then they killed him.
You know, I'm actually also looking forward to what do you call for these horror movie remakes, and I know remakes just tend to be repetitive, but considering the fact that the directors, the studios, they want to do this one again right, the Halloween reboot and also the Friday the 13th reboot.
You know, I've been hearing those being tossed around a lot. They really got to get it right on this one.
Yeah, it's because they keep getting like a bunch of people.
They need to
like,
get Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki, and then they got something good going.
Jared Padalecki was in the Friday the 13th
Yeah, I know, but
remake,
they need to put him with Jensen Ackles, and he'll be good.
and then Jensen Ackles is also in the My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah,
remake.
but let's not bring up that crappy movie.
But yeah, no, they've only been getting things run around because they want to do it right. Like originally,
Well,
Friday the 13th.
Right now, with the video game coming out, they're really going to have to step it up because, if anything, it might have to be able to push the game itself.
Oh yeah, no, the game looks so brutal. You feel like a madman.
They're gonna
But
pull the 180,
but
make
the
you
thing
say this
is-
is a game adaptation, and give
Well,
Jason a power to use a telekinesis.
No, it's actually funny, though, because they're actually going to specify Jason has the power to teleport. Because if anyone's never noticed, he's
everywhere.
He's everywhere. And in the game, you teleport. So it's a good way of saying, like, Jason actually had a power this whole time. Is they couldn't afford the special effect, so they did it off camera.
See, that's why in the remake they gave him like that whole subterranean tunnel thing for him to show that he's actually getting around.
Oh.
Yeah, physically. And
But then the same can be said of Michael Myers, because in certain ones there's an underground title from his house to the outside.
But see, Halloween wants to signify the fact that Michael Myers is like this supernatural entity that is being like used as a mortal vessel, and like the fact that
Can
it's
we
Halloween.
just remake Season of the Witch if we're at it? Because I would like to see that Silver Shamrock commercial again updated.
I hate that fucking Shamrock commercial, but I mean the melting face masks.
Come on,
were
you gotta
awesome.
admit those are the best scenes of the movie. When you just watch a snake come out of a kid's pumpkin helmet or mask,
That's
whatever.
a hard scene to watch, actually.
Just let you know, those masks go for a lot of money because those are down posts, especially that pumpkin.
Aaron, any more on your list?
The fate of the furious.
Are you serious?
I hesitated for a bit.
Am I the only one here that believe that they should have stopped at one?
well, here's the thing.
Everybody hasn't even seen past one sometimes.
Here's the
I've
thing.
never
it was
watched
really
the first
hard.
one yet. All I heard was it's about cars and like this movie's
No.
gonna
No.
suck.
The first one was about cars, and then it started getting very plot heavy.
The second
And then
one
the
was
third
also
one,
about
they're like,
cars.
he's in Japan with cars. I'm like, oh.
No, the third one was just a really cheap exploitation of the drifting scene.
Then it's like the fourth one is they're
Stupid
Mexico
TK.
with cars. I'm like, oh.
Is
there any of these things?
Well, here's the thing, right? They say in the Fate of the Furious, Torreno still can't shake off the underground crime gigs that he gets. So he gets approached by one person who gives him a job, and suddenly he's back in the game. I'm like, you made it perfectly clear.
Yeah, in every ending
How
of the
much
sequels.
you are so sick and tired of this stuff, yet you still do it.
I say Vin Diesel should have stick with The Last Witch Hunter and Triple X.
And Michelle Rodriguez is still there, then as her, wife, Spoiler alert. But it's
Wait,
like,
they get married? Holy crap! I never even.
yeah.
Oh,
she gets
it was an
pregnant.
in between. They have a short film on 4.
There's a short film.
There's a short.
What's
Okay,
going on?
there's a short film prelude to 4, and they actually get married, and it was and they actually used that footage from the little short prelude, and they threw it in the Furious 7. Yeah, but it was never attached to the film.
And Swan,
What's
you should
going
see
on?
the other sequel that's exclusive.
I've
to
never
Universal
watched past the
Studios.
first 20
It
minutes of the
happens
first
only.
one.
It happens only in the tour, right? You're in the carts. You go in through
my
this
God.
3D, actually 4D sort of simulation.
Oh my god! What?
And we
the
get saved
heck?
by Torreno and.
So is the next one gonna be Fast 9 in space or something? What are we gonna see? Them
I would still see that. I would still see
They
Fast and Furious
hijack
in
NASA
space.
spaceships and they're racing spaceships and
Yeah,
drifting.
yeah. Torreno is doing a heist in a rocket ship, and they end up on Mars.
As ridiculous as these movies are getting, I'd rather watch this than the Triple X.
Are they
sequel.
gonna have Sharknado versus Fast and the Furious? I would like to see that.
Oh man, I think that would kind of.
Well, they have
change.
Triple X versus Shark. What do you call Sharknado? Because
Are you kidding me?
have you seen the Triple X trailer? He's riding a motor bicycle into waves. Sorry, I don't mean to swear there.
No, he's also skiing in the jungle.
Yeah, there's no ice, there's no water.
Everything is possible with Vin Diesel.
You just touched a nerve. Never mention Triple X in front of Jaren. Never tell you something about Triple X.
Well, the thing
Didn't
is,
Samuel Jackson said he died in the second one just because they couldn't get Vin
Yeah.
Diesel for the sequel? That was
Yeah.
funny. So I'm trying to see what the hell.
Yeah,
they're
let's see
gonna
how
go
they
with this.
write their way out of it. It's like they'll never acknowledge that it even happened, despite the exposition.
Yeah.
another movie I'm looking forward to,
right.
just so we can get off the crappy
Yep.
movies.
Wait, we gotta talk about Fate of the Furious.
No,
Yeah.
Let's talk about Fate of the Furious.
All right. So basically, Fate of the Furious goes again. Torreno.
Do they fight a rocket ship this time? Because the last one there was a tank. So
you
if
know, they
they
didn't
fly
even,
in,
they didn't get past those details, but of course we got Vin Diesel back, Michelle Rodriguez, we got Ludacris.
do we have Will Smith in this? I'll watch it if that's the case.
No,
No.
but you still got The Rock.
You still got the
But
Suicide
they basically the story goes is that of course Paul Walker's character, what's his name again? Brian. And
Officer O'Brien or something like that.
exactly. Yeah. Him and his wife, they're out of the game, so therefore they're written out of the story. So now it's just continuing from where Torreno is now, and of course, like
He's
I
doing
said,
more missions.
yeah, and of course, like I said, Torreno, he always finds himself back into the game, so he's back in. He gets himself into some serious stuff, and now it's up to for him and maybe the people who bail him out.
Well, you see, because he's kind of like evil. He's working with Charlize Theron, who is the head honcho.
That's right. Charlize
And
Theron is the one that
it did
in the
Fast
game.
and Furious 6 reverse. So instead of Michelle Rodriguez, being evil, it's now Vin Diesel evil. And I'm just
Then
like,
again, to be fair, if you were approached by Charlize Theron, it's pretty convincing in whatever idea she's.
I'd take her side. I'd take her side. Who wouldn't betray The Rock for Charlize Theron? And of course, and again,
hey, he's running for president now. Okay.
There's only so many times I can be called a jabroni before getting sick of it.
and to answer your question, they do go up against something ridiculously.
Did they go against
huge.
Megatron?
No, they go up against a huge submarine that pops out in the middle of the ice.
I didn't check out the trailer yet, by the way. So
You haven't? We're
No.
watching that afterwards.
This just seems like Transformers on steroids, where they don't morph into anything.
in that sense, you are wrong because there are no alien robots.
Yet. What if they are the aliens and the cars are just robotic? And they all just morph into some Megazord
like
makeshift.
out of nowhere, you see Toretto hop into a yellow Camaro. Like, wait a minute.
Well, considering the fact that Vin Diesel's evil in this, and also Transformers the last night, that they have Optimus Prime evil, they could meet up and they can have a really difficult conversation.
All right,
Semi-
Galvatron, let's get these guys.
Sorry.
Okay, so let's move on to the random question of the day, and it is basically titles that we don't want to see. All right. Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh man, you already heard mine.
All right, I'll start then. The Jumanji.
That really a thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy crap,
They
that's
just-
serious.
They just finished shooting in Hawaii, and it comes out to theaters this
Guess
December.
who stars in it?
Wait.
Guess who stars in
The
this?
Rock and someone else.
Kevin Hart.
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Okay, I will watch it for Jack Black. I will say okay with Kevin Hart. The Rock, I'm like, if you're the guy who gotta roll the 5 or the 8, I'll see it. But
according to the synopsis, it says that the Jumanji is not a remake; it's gonna be a sequel.
I thought that was a joke this
they're
whole
actually
freaking time.
No,
what
you
is
got-
Kevin
no,
Hart in Kenya and he finds it?
You gotta watch their Instagram videos. They were in
Oh
Hawaii.
crap! They're really doing.
They
this.
were on Big Island. They were on Big Island for 3 months, and they just wrapped up back in last month actually. And it's gonna be coming out in December. And it's from the director of Bad Teacher, in which I don't.
Wait. So the director of a bad comedy is directing this?
Mm-hmm.
Can we get the original director?
Wish we could.
Like, oh, good lord!
Wish we could.
I thought this was just a joke this whole time.
I really want to see it for Karen Gillan. Who's it? Is it Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, Nebula.
Yeah, she plays Nebula.
But so I already can guess your second one. Is it Kong Skull Island?
Stop the camera.
Stop the.
Yeah.
I thought so. Because you were going on for months and months about how you don't like this movie. So I already guessed that's a movie you can avoid.
Okay, people, just hear me out. It's because they're slating up King Kong to it's kind of like
they're trying to bring in our version of Godzilla to fight King Kong. But all they really did was make him more massive than the island, I believe.
Yeah, they are crossing universes, and
because they got legendary pictures on them.
Exactly. So I consider this movie more as a vignette, or in professional wrestling terms, it's either a vignette or a squash match to make this guy seem.
Do you think this is like a fan sake kind of thing? Like the fans are like, we really just want to see it.
Absolutely. I mean, King Kong versus Godzilla is one of the most renowned movies in American pop culture.
But not only that, it's one of the oldest ones.
It is.
Because it's been done how long ago?
Since 1962.
See, and then you always get the next gen fans like, we want to see it happen.
Exactly.
Because of our effects and what we got.
Yeah, so, but basically the reason why I did it is because, I do love King Kong movies when it was its own, in its own universe, with its own original story and things like that.
But I see what you're saying, because
the problem I have is that when they do cross paths, they give King Kong an unfair advantage
over Godzilla.
Yeah,
yes.
saying we're gonna blow him up like 5, maybe 10 times the size,
but you
and
gotta,
we're gonna equip him with powers.
You gotta remember now, you are going against a thing with a hide and atomic breath, so you gotta have some way of doing it. Unless they give Mecha Kong in this movie to him, and they both team up against Godzilla.
Yeah, so that's why it may be like for me, it was hard for me to be fooled by the illusion, basically.
I like to think of this as a possible tag team match: Mecha Godzilla, our version, and Godzilla versus Kong and Mecha Kong.
Maybe Godzilla and King Kong will have a whole common thing like Martha, team up against a bigger villain.
Martha, why'd you say that name?
But here's what I think will happen. It will either. Obviously, they're not gonna make King Kong look foolish. So
what if the Planet of the Apes are the reason why he comes to destroy them?
Have you seen the trailer? Have you seen the trailer already?
I'm trying to make you feel better.
I have seen the trailer.
I'm just glad we're not seeing another Beauty and the Beast story. That's all I care about. Because I can just imagine him holding Samuel
Are you
Jackson.
talking about Peter Jackson's version?
But didn't you say
that
this new Kong will have powers?
Yeah. So the rumor is it's supposed to have regenerative powers. So even if Godzilla was to whack him in half with that atomic breath, he can reassemble.
Bloody.
But that's just like I said. You need to give someone a stalemate. Well, that's why, like, if they are to bring in the mechas, there'll be more to it than just that.
To me, the way I saw it was sort of like this. You know, like how we have Apocalypse, right?
Right.
What if they put him against Iron Man and suddenly Iron Man grows the size of Apocalypse? That's how I felt. It's like you got two big entities who are cool in of their own right.
You realize Iron Man does have a suit that's 10 times as...
See, this is why I am not a comic.
No, I'm just saying. They've already established this, that he has a suit hidden in the Hudson River big enough to battle anything 3 times his size.
Somebody call Sully. Let's go to the Hudson River. Miracle on the Hudson, sorry.
Maybe that's why Tom Hanks crashed.
Yeah.
But,
Would really happen.
I can see and I sympathize for you on this. You really don't like Kong. You're more the Godzilla person. That's how I could guess it so easily.
And at the same time, I do appreciate Kong for it being him in and of its own universe. Therefore, it was hard for me to, again, break away from the... or should I say absorb into the whole concept of it.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to dive back, but I really, really am looking forward to Godzilla 2 that's directed from the same guy who did Trick or Treat and Krampus.
Yeah,
I really want to see that. I really want to see that. I'm sorry.
He's
I
like-
know. I know. But I'm gonna add that onto your list of don't want to sees. Okay.
But
that ain't until 2019, so we'll have to wait
Okay.
until.
We have some time.
we got time to wait.
We'll wait for a teaser.
Yeah.
Until then, we'll see him just like smashing any King Kong looking thing.
We got Mothra on the teaser poster though.
But what if they just take the Empire State Building and shove it through Kong? Wouldn't that? I mean, technically, there's something blocking that thing from regenerating. So
I will say
I'm trying to
this.
give you some hope here.
I will say this.
I'm trying to give you a new hope.
Let's say this. Let's say out of nowhere, right? Like any sort of projectile comes at him, and out of nowhere, he pulls out of his invisible pocket a giant state building and to block it. I'll eat that up. I think that would be great. In a cheesy way, that would be great.
If they do a gorilla roll with him, that's when I'll eat it up. Like, you know what I'm talking about? How gorillas roll down mountains.
I just don't want to see them trying to kick each other.
It has to be drop kicks, pretty much.
Well, I hate to say it, you're gonna be seeing kind of limited movement.
Godzilla's gonna do tornado
Yeah.
kicks.
I mean, what's he gonna do with his short crocodile hands?
Yeah.
He's gonna talk like a Meet the Robinsons.
Oh, boy. Enough about me. Is there any titles that you guys are not looking at?
Yes, but I'll let Jaren go on this one because I know you got some good ones.
I'm just gonna land on one. The Emoji Movie.
Oh my god! Yes, thank you. I'm with you on that one. That looks so terrible.
Looks so terrible. The first the first teaser. Oh my god! They just had to put the most depressing one.
No, you know what the scariest one is? The most popular emoticon is the poop one. So does that mean that's the main character?
So, oh my god! Don't make that the main character. But I wonder if they're even gonna have that joke if it was a poop emoji or like. Or it's an ice cream because T.J. Miller and Deadpool seems to sum that up.
I thought it was like chocolate ice cream. I hope it's ice cream.
So who's doing this? Would it be Pixar?
The same guys who were responsible for Despicable Me, Illumination Studios are doing it.
I will say I'm not a fan of the Despicable Me movies. I feel that they're terrible.
Did you see the trailer for 3? That's also coming out.
I skipped it because I thought Minions was a better movie.
Trey Parker from South Park is the villain in Despicable Me 3.
Will he be doing his voice of Cartman? No, I'm kidding.
Apparently, I was trying to search for that, but he has more.
No, they're saving him for Children of the Corn remakes. Because if anyone remembers Isaac's scene, he's pretty spot on with Eric Cartman. No, I'm scared. No. What's another movie
that I'm not looking forward to? I'm gonna pass that one back to you.
You know what? I will say 2. The first one will be Spider-Man: Homecoming. Just because I don't see anything with Spider-Man in it. I see Tony Stark giving Spider-Man all his stuff. Because that was my favorite part about Spider-Man. Is he makes his suit, he makes the web shooters, he makes things at home, and he has no help. But in this one, it's like, yo man, you need this? Here you go. Hey, here you go. You need help with the Vulture? Let's fight together. Like, I hope that's not the case. I'm really hoping not, because everybody's like, I love Spider-Man: Homecoming. It's gonna be the best one. I was just... They're taking away one of the biggest things, and that's him making his own stuff. All I really want to see is if they capture what the Tobey Maguire ones were able to do. Him being so hated by everybody. Because that was what Spider-Man was. He was deemed the menace of New York. And another movie I'm not looking forward to, and Ollie, you're going to jump for this one, and they're no surprise, Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm
surprised none of you guessed that one.
Well,
they
are keeping the original story.
Oh, you mean
they're
Breakfast
not.
Club? You mean Breakfast Club 2?
No, they're not.
Well, that's what at least it led me to
where in the
believe
original
in
story can we have powers outside the suit? I watch all of them. Hip Hop Aikido is not something you get from the power plane. That is from what that kid learned.
Oh my god.
Remember, kick left, right, then forward. That's how you do it. That's what Hip Hop Aikido is all about. Oh wait, don't forget to end it with the karate pose, which isn't really a karate pose. It's more like you putting your boots up like this.
That was more like a freaking Street Fighter version of it.
Oh, the Dan version.
Yeah.
Of any form of martial arts, basically.
The footage that they chose for the teaser is not impressive at all.
I don't like how it looks like the GoBots had sex with Transformers, and these are their abandoned kids.
Well, besides borrowing...
It seems like they looked at the Super Sentais and they're like, let's pick up one suit we would like to mess up the most.
Oh, not to mention that they are borrowing the character names as well.
See, that's what I don't like about this movie.
So we have Jason Lee, Scott, and then we got the Kimberly. We got one person named Trini. We got a Zach, and yeah.
You know what I mean? Zachy and Billy.
No.
Oh my god.
Well, not Zachy.
Yeah.
Oh.
You never know. They mess up a lot.
All right, so let's just wrap it up right now.
Oh, good lord. I refuse to see that Zord transformation.
I feel bad now because we're ending things on a bad note, and our voices are
we're
sounding
looking forward to Bryan Cranston, though. Come on.
He's Zordon now?
Yeah, he's Zordon.
Oh my goodness. Dude, how would it feel to meet your ranger that you're named after? That got named after you? That's where
I'm
Billy's
just
name came
expecting
from.
him to look like Heisenberg.
I just
inside the
wanted
world
that
of the
fan made movie to be the real movie. I'm like, that was. Come on, you watched the fan made. That was awesome.
Huh.
I got to like the first.
Yeah, Billy Cranston, Bryan Cranston.
Wow.
Mind blown.
Mind blown again. So that will be all for today. Big thanks to Maui Comics and Collectibles. Follow the store on Facebook and Instagram at Maui Comics. Also, check out Jaren's Movie Reviews. It's on Instagram, #Jaren's Movie Reviews. And
No spoilers though. I try my best, unless I hate it.
that is always a tough one. Swan, is there anything happening in Encounters of the Nerd Kind?
Not really. We're on a little break, but also just to add, don't you think it's funny that they named Bryan Cranston a ranger after Bryan Cranston that happened to be blue, and then he had Breaking Bad, which is him making blue ice or blue candy, I should say. No, to you, man. Think about it. I'll give you some time to think about it.
Can we resurrect Bryan Cranston for Godzilla 2?
You mean you want him to
He died?
You want him to be the Colin Firth of the Godzilla movies?
I never watched that one yet.
So,
spoiler alert for me.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, now I know who to watch die.
If you did enjoy this episode of Tuesday Morning Shenanigans and would love to see more of us into the future, like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. And if you have random questions of your own that you would love to see us answer in another episode, leave it in the comment section. We will get to it. Also, for figure reviews and more, check out the Rave Corner. It is myfavorite.blogspot.com, where I review Godzilla toys, Transformers toys, and many more.
I lied. I do have a Moana review coming up.
What?
I do have a review of Moana coming up. So.
Oh, will that be on Facebook?
Yeah, it will be on Facebook, and it will be on the Encounters of the Nerd Kind blog. So.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Assassin's Creed as well.
Sweet.
So,
so, on behalf of all of us in Maui Comics and Collectibles, we would want to wish you a very happy new year, because 2016 wasn't all that good. So we are hoping for a better 2017. And thank you once again. Have a good one.